Hey guys, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I need to get rid of these. I'm gonna throw these balloons away. I should have thrown them away freaking yesterday. Trash people just came today. Hey y'all, how are y'all? How are y'all today? Today. How are you? How are you? Welcome to this amazing live. In these lives, we have an opportunity to get to know each other on another level. I don't want you guys to just be watching me. I want y'all to interact with me. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on with you guys. As y'all can see, we are winding down out of February, moving into March. We'll be done with February come Sunday. What do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about the fact that we're going to be done with February come Sunday? Like, this month went by so fast. I really don't know what happened. I know great things happen. I learned a lot of lessons, but I really don't know what happened. What up, King? How you doing, bro? How you doing over there? All is well for you now? Is everything all right? I know Texas was dealing. Listen, they better pay everybody bills. Nobody should have a light bill, water bill, no bill. Everything that was going on in Texas. It's hot here, y'all. I'm in Atlanta. It's hot. I know you see me with a hoodie on, but it was kind of cool because later it's not. Okay, good. I'm happy y'all good. But it's been 70, between 70 to 75 degrees outside every day this week. It been feeling real good. Today, literally, I got fancy and put on some shorts with some tights under it because it was hot. And then I had on my overcomer shirt that I have under here. And I had my overcomer shirt on because I had an event. So I'm overcoming out today. Overcoming out today. So tell me what's going on with y'all. What's new? How was this month? Well, how was this week for you guys? How was this week so far? Tomorrow is Friday. 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 It's interesting. Hey, love. Hey. How are you? It's crazy because we only got 4 weeks this month, but next month we got 5 weeks. I believe we got 5 weeks. So what is going on with y'all? What's going on? What is going on? What going on? Everybody all right? How my people up north? How y'all doing? I knew you guys had snow. Well, snow supposed to came in this week. So how are y'all doing up there? How are y'all doing? How are y'all recovering? How are y'all getting through it? Y'all tell me something new, because what's going on in the world? I don't watch the news. I don't. All I know what's going on with the PPP. I got an idea what's going on with minimum wage. Um, I got an idea what's going on with the stimulus, but I don't. That's just stuff I learned on YouTube. But what is new? What is going on in the world? Like today was crazy. Like this little girl got abducted or kidnapped, 17 years old, and they think it's possibly her father. But I'm telling y'all, that thing went off all day long. Like it started going off around 2. It started going off around 4. That sucker went all the way off all the way into like 8. I don't know, 7ish. Like I'm not used to uh alert, MR alert going off that long. I'm not. I was like, God, please find this little girl, cause well, she's not a little girl. She's a teenager. Find this teenager. And I typically don't. They said it's so clear, like she's 17 years old. What she like? I'm not used to that either. I'm not used to them going into detail of how old the individual is and who they think who did it or like. This is crazy. I hope they find her. And if it is your daddy, take the child back to her mama. Lord have mercy. I don't know what's going on. What else going on with y'all? Did y'all get that Amber Alert today? Well, I'm in Georgia. It may just been an Amber Alert for Georgia. If you're in Georgia, did you get an Amber Alert? Because it went off like crazy today. I mean, even if your phone was off, like the phone that I'm on now is only on Wi-Fi. I got a new phone. And it went off on this phone just because the Wi-Fi is connected to it. My kids, it went off on their phones. It was crazy. That's crazy. I think it's the interesting part is like you can give us an Amber Alert, which I think is good. We get the Amber Alert for that, but when there's something like major going on in the world, you have no clue because we don't get any alerts. I think that's crazy. Man. They pick and choose what they want to let us know. I don't even know how do you even get a part of putting your child on an Amber Alert? I want to know how you do that. And I wonder, with so many kids being kidnapped, hey love, so many kids being kidnapped, why the Amber Alert ain't going off all day? Because you would think that it's kids being sex trafficked on a regular. Kids are getting taken, snatched all the time. And that Amber Alert should be going off all day long because it's kids going missing every single day. Have you ever thought about that? I have. Because I was like, that don't make sense. They pick and choose. Because I haven't heard an Amber Alert since last year. Yeah. Especially when all the kids was like going missing. But I haven't heard it. And even then, when all those kids were going missing, getting snatched in them vans, that Amber Alert our phone should be blown up. Nope. You only heard it every blue moon. That was crazy. That's when I knew it was something kind of funky about that. When I didn't hear Amber Alerts so consistently when I know kids were getting abducted. I know somebody her son almost got snatched at a bus stop. Almost got snatched at a bus stop with other people there. It was crazy. That was crazy. He fought the dude off or whatever, but that was crazy. Crazy. He was a middle schooler. We need to stop acting like people still ain't getting snatched. It's starting to get hot outside. People are still getting stolen. Sex trafficking is still real. Listen, just because you don't see a prostitute look like a prostitute don't mean she ain't a prostitute. Being forced into prostitution. Prostitution don't look like it used to. She don't look strung out on drugs. Now she be the girl who got the hair to her feet and her hair and nails done. And she being forced to do stuff. So don't neglect that, y'all. Don't neglect it. I need to get my nails done. My nail polish coming off. I'm making my business to get my nails done this weekend. It's getting warm. I get my feet done. Woo! What's going on, y'all? Y'all tell me something interesting today. What happened today? I wish on Facebook that we can like invite people in. I think that'd be so freaking cool. I wish we could do that. Like how Facebook have it. It said in Phoenix we have a lot of deaths with wrong way driving on the highway. It's almost like every 2 weeks. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my God. That's crazy. And the thing that happened in Texas with all those cars piled up, that was so sad. Georgia, we have like Atlanta area, we have accidents all day, every day. I seen today this guy his tires shredded on the highway. I'm just so happy that he was able to get over, but it shredded all the way down and literally like shredded so bad it like literally tore up his bumper and everything. And I even think it hit the front of his car. It was bad. I'm just so happy he was alive because he could have spent out of control. He could have flipped. It could have been real bad because I'm driving and I see like this stuff in a row. It's like, dang, it looked like somebody tire messed up. And then as I was going, I seen him on the side of the road. That stuff is so dangerous, especially when somebody's tires shred. Please, y'all, do not ride over that stuff. It can get stuck around your axle and oof, baby, be dangerous. Dangerous. My hair keeps sticking up. I need to do my hair, y'all. I want to do it crinkly since I can't get in the pool with these eyebrows. I gotta wait 2 weeks so I go swim again. What's going on, y'all? Y'all not talking. Come on. What else going on? What else is going on? What's going on in your city? What's something that's going on in your city? I'm sleepy, y'all. I'm a tad bit sleepy. And I gotta get up early. Gotta go to the gym. Get up at 5. Boy, gotta learn. Like, you getting up at 5 o'clock? Boy, a nap is required. Because I'll be tired, going to the gym, eat. I'll be like, okay, I need to go to sleep. I need a nap. But my body adjusts over time. I just have to make sure I go to sleep earlier. Y'all quiet on me today. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? We all so quiet. I think it's kind of interesting that you guys are quiet, but I mean, I'm not mad that you're quiet, but I'm noticing on the lives that a lot of people are not asking questions. That means to me that y'all have your answers, and I hope that's true. Hopefully y'all watched my V blog yesterday, and I was telling the importance of getting understanding. Did you hear when we get and going to get our 1,400 from the government? No, I didn't. When we go get our money, girl? Tell me, cause I got 2 dependents. When? Hello, Miss Piper. I love your eyebrows. I haven't had mine since last year. Girl, you better go get your eyebrows done. What's wrong with you? Put your mask on and go get your brows done. Now, I didn't get my brows done a little bit. Like, I think I got them done one time out of COVID, and then I kind of didn't like how she did it, so I kind of went on YouTube, and figured out how to keep them shaped up myself. And I recently just went to go get the microblading this week. And I like it so far. It's going to soften out. It's not going to be this. Y'all know me. I don't do really hard like this. But it is the shape that I wanted. So it's going to soften out. It's going to be real like I shaded them myself. It's going to be perfect. But this process is going good so far. It hasn't peeled. It's supposed to peel off. I've been trying to keep my hands off of it and not touch it and let it heal. Thank God my skin heals fine. It don't heal nasty like keloids or anything like that. Oh, you don't know, girl. Listen, when you find out, let me know. I know they say they still battling with the money situation because they believe that some of the money is going to things that they feel like is not beneficial. Um, so that's the fight within the Senate. Within the Congress. Is that a tattoo method? Yes, it is. And it did hurt a tad. Yes, I had the opportunity to talk with a wonderful lady today. She is so amazing with the information I received from her. You trying to tell me I'm amazing? You amazing too. It was good talking to you today. Oh, I got everything situated for you. I just have to set up a couple more things, but I have a clear idea. So I'll be reaching out to you over the weekend. I'll be reaching out to you over the weekend. Potato to starting your life coaching. If y'all see my last vlog, I was talking about that I want you guys to know that I'm about to offer another service, and that's just going to be life coaching, period. With the henna counseling, because y'all know I have a counseling background. I'm in school for my doctorate in traumanology. So my whole goal is to really start helping people through their trauma. A lot of us are struggling with our trauma. A lot of us are here and have herpes because of trauma. A lot of us don't love ourselves. Some of us have shame and guilt and so many things, and we make some really bad decisions because of trauma. And I want to help you guys through that stuff. And most of the time, you need to really talk it out and understand where it comes from, because a lot of us are not quite sure where it comes from. We're kind of stuck on our last trauma, and that's not the trauma that caused the trauma. In an interesting way, it's not the reason why you where you are today. And you need to kind of dig up why you here today and deal with that. Deal with the root, and then after dealing with the root, developing skills to help you not continue to feed the trauma, and also how to keep the trauma at bay, especially if it's certain things that trigger it, to know your triggers and how to deal with it. Yes, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I will have that to you this weekend. A lot of us need therapy, y'all. We need therapy. Therapy, like serious therapy. I'm your life coach. I got a background in counseling. I will not be saying that you got a diagnosis. Now I can call out depression and certain things, but I would not dare diagnose you with like schizophrenia, bipolarism, all of that stuff, which I possibly could because at the end of the day I go to school and I learn all this stuff. But I leave that to the licensed therapists and counselors and mental health therapists. But I am going to support you with the background, but in a lifestyle setting, where it's way more free. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, B. Um, it's going to be way more free flowing um, environment compared to therapy. I went to therapy last year and I love the lady. I think I'm happy that she did some things she shouldn't have did because she was like, I don't supposed to be telling you this, but I'm going to tell you. Um, but it helped me relate with her better than her sitting there looking at me crazy and writing stuff down. Like, and keep in mind for of her time. I just didn't feel like she was connecting. But after she kind of let up off that and just started sharing that she had similar issues and how she went through things, it helped me realize, like, okay, I'm not by myself, number one. And also, she was able to call out, issues that I had. So I see, after doing life coaching for so long, I see how beneficial life coaching and counseling are together. They work great hand in hand, especially if you have a therapist and you're looking for a life coach. Then me and your therapist should be hand in hand on how we're supposed to support you, because you really shouldn't be hearing anything new. It's just the approach is different. The approach is different. The approach is a little different. That's all. A life coach is going to help you reach a goal with skills, um, relatability, and also with transparency. That's the biggest thing with a life coach. Everything like therapists or counselors or mental health is more textbookish. Some are pretty good where they don't feel like it's textbookish, but they have to be careful because they can't do a lot and they have to document everything. And I do not like doing all that documentation, even though with these last two individuals I did a lot of documentation. I wrote stuff down for my benefit, so I knew I knew their pain points. And when I mean pain point, I know what's really causing them the most emotional distress, and I need to figure out why they have this emotional distress, which is low self esteem, rejection, shame, things of that nature. I need to figure out what keeps feeding it. That's vital. Is it a lot of suicide relate to herpes? I'm curious about that. Yes, I believe it is, but with suicide, you never know why people commit suicide. So with that being said, you have to. There's no way to know that who killed themselves off suicide. Now I can say I did lose a young lady. She reached out to me about I think 3 years ago. Yeah, it was 3 years ago. I was in the process of divorce, and she reached out to me, and she's like, "Oh, I really need to talk to you. This is really hard. I think I want to take my life." I'm like, "No, no, no, don't take a life. Don't take a life. Let's get on the phone." And I was trying to find a time for her to book a session, or I was like, "Girl, don't matter. Like, give me your number so I can call you." And I did that for a couple of days, and then by the time I messaged her again, I realized she never messaged. So I was emailed her again, and her mom emailed me back and said she took her life. Like, I was super sad. Like, I already had my own personal stuff. I was like really, really sad about that. I think I still have that post on Instagram that I talked about it. Um, but at the end of the day, I one thing I have learned dealing with people who are suicidal, um, number one, you want to know if they have a plan. You want to know if they have a plan. And you don't need to pray for her. She dead. I ain't trying to be mean, but baby gone. I pray for her mom because she lost a mother. Um, but that young lady been gone for 3 years now. And I mean, that's something we all need to consider. Like, you don't know what people are going through, but if you're dealing with anybody, because I end up going through a class, I can't remember the name of the class. I got a certification on how to help people uh, when they're suicidal. The biggest thing is to talk to them. You need to be very there for them. You need to talk to them, let them know that you're an outlet, be available to them. Um, Also build some type of integrity with them and trust with them. Also, you never want to tell them that you're not going to tell anybody, but you would tell them, especially if your friends like, well, if I tell you this, don't tell nobody. No, I would say, look, I don't want to tell anybody, but if it gets to a place where your health is at risk, I have to take the steps, but I'm not going to do it without you knowing. And I feel like everything's communication because, especially as a therapist, things like that, I've had many people who say they were suicidal, and I have helped them, support them. I mean, I have sat on the phone with people for days and days on end. I have text people, and this is not them paying me. This is just me simply supporting them. I have had ladies go to mental hospitals and come back, and I sit on the phone with them and support them because they needed it. They're still here and they're still alive today, um, because I was available to them and I was there. So if you're dealing with anybody who's suicidal, you need to make yourself available to them. Don't let them get quiet on you too long. You need to be checking on them, texting them, popping up on them if you need to. Sometimes you just need to be there. Don't tell them you understand because you do not have at the time because you don't understand their thought process. As much as you may, if you even dealt with suicide, you still can't say you understand. That's not something you want to say. You want to say, I'm here for you. I want to support you and tell me what you need me to do. You also want to find out if they have a plan. It's like I'm very straightforward. I said, how you gonna do it? Tell me how you're gonna do it. Okay, have you prepared your family and your parents and whatever for you leaving? Now I know this is things like people that can stress people out. Now this is where you got to use discernment because some people, just the thought of thinking of their family stress them out and make them want to do it more because they feel like they're the reason why their family is stressed. So my whole thing is you got to be careful with what you say and how you say it, but you also do want to know if they have some type of plan. Because if a person got some type of plan, you really need to start, rallying around that person a little bit more because that person's already very much set that they want to do it. Now, if a person do not have a plan, those people you can kind of pull them away from setting up a plan, by just being even more supportive to them and letting them know that you're available and also try to get them professional help, which is a lot of free help out here, especially with suicide, depression, anxiety, things like that. It's like hotlines also in different cities that you can call for mental health therapists to come to your house. Even if you call 911, you could tell them that you're having a crisis with an individual who is suicidal. They will literally try to find someone who's in their department who deals with mental health to come and support them. So it's very important to try to get professionals in to support them, but also let them know and communicate with them that, hey, I'm trying to do the best that I can to support you. I don't know what to do. And I just want you to be safe. And this is the way that I can do it. And also just letting them know what's going on because sometimes they don't want other people involved. But I feel like if you're showing them that I care about you and I don't want anything to happen to you, then typically they will say, okay, do this, but don't call the police. You can call a therapist or, I'll do a text line, just sit with me while I do it. And, things like that. Sometimes they just really need somebody to hold their hand while they make some of these tough decisions that they were fearful of making because they don't want to be judged. They don't want to be judged. Okay? All right. I love y'all, T. I want all of you to get it. Truly relaxing. It's good for anybody. My mom wanted to try some. Hey, order your mama some, man. Come on. That tea is so good. I had some a couple of days ago myself. If your life did not lead you to be a ST, like what would you be doing? Uh, I've been a therapist regardless of the fact. Like, because my goal was when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a pediatric nurse. I started doing those terminology. I said, heck no, I ain't gonna do it. So I didn't do that. And then I had an interest of helping people of some sort. I didn't seek into therapy, which it's interesting because when I went to school, I should have went and did counseling, but I didn't want to take no tests. And then I knew you could make real money like working for the state. Like it's just you had to go all the way to a master's, almost a PhD, to really make really really good money. Um, so I didn't want to do that, so I didn't do that. But I always knew I wanted to be a business owner. So interestingly, if it didn't lead me to life coach, I would have been a business owner regardless. Um, so but I know it happened for a reason because we didn't. I'm the only STD life coach y'all know. Y'all ain't gonna find one until I train them up to be one. So God seemed fit for me to really be in a in a community full of individuals who are suffering. Like, we're great people, but we're suffering in silence. And I feel suffering in silence the worst thing you can go through, because the shame increased, the rejection increased, low self esteem increased, guilt increased, trauma just increases over and over, because I have noticed in this community that we continue to make the same mistakes. I talk to people, they keep making the same mistakes. And it's not because they want to, it's because they don't have answers for why they keep doing what they're doing, or how they can deal with the emotions. Y'all gonna hear me say this a lot. My nose running. Junior! Angelo! Hayden! Can you bring me some tissue? Junior, sleep? I didn't know. Bring me some tissue, baby. But I don't know. I lost my train of thought, you Yeah, a lot of people just the emotions. Like I'm saying, like your emotions. I'm gonna talk a lot about emotions. Go get this if you having a lot of pain. You know you can go get the massage chair in grandma room. Um, but it's the emotions of things, and I'll say this to you: it's very important to deal with the emotions of things. The lack of when you lack addressing your emotions, you lack in making a positive. When you lack dealing with your emotions, you lack making a decision. Because at the end of the day, your emotions constantly tell you a decision needs to be made, especially if it's in a negative place. You need to make a decision to change it. Your body don't want to be in a negative place, but the longer you stay there, it will think that's where you want to be. Thing about the mind don't know but only what you give it. So if you keep feeding the mind negativity, you keep feeding the mind uh oh, this is who I am, even though you know that's not who you are, but that's just something you heard, and you start to believe it. Your mind is going to believe it, and it's going to want to keep you in this place. So that's why it takes a lot of you guys a long time. Sometimes it seems like you try everything. You don't went to therapy, you don't went to your doctors, you don't talk to me, and it seems like okay, something's not given. What's not given is that your mind is trying to keep you where you put it. Now you got to fight through your own mind, which you now you got to retrain your mind with your words and also your actions and your emotions towards the thing for it to give and change and not switch back to what you originally want, which is in a happy place. How's your hair journey going, girl? I don't even know if it's a girl. I'm not sure if you're a girl or not, but um, I'm loving it. I absolutely love it. I will. It'll be a year, June 5th. That's crazy, right? June 5th. It'll be a year of me locking my hair. I absolutely love it. I did not maneuver my hair a lot. I got it locked June 5th. Um, I end up getting it a retwist 2 times, and that's it. I think, yeah, I think it's only 2 times that I had a retwist. I think it probably only one. Matter of fact, I only had a retwist once. Nope, I only had one retwist by a professional who originally did it. And then after that, I started twisting it myself. My biggest thing was I don't want to touch my hair too much. I have learned people who retwist their hair too much. Oh yeah, people who retwist their hair too much literally thins out their locks. I do not want my locks to be thin. My hair is very thick. It locks easy because I'm very kinky. Um, and I just let it do what it do. Now I will be getting. I'm going to another loctician, and I'm going to let her do my hair again because I'm about to get ready to go to a ball in March. And so I'm going to get my hair pinned up really pretty and all that stuff like that. But after that, I probably still won't go to a loctician a lot because I don't see the need to. Like, I can twist my own hair. I don't want my hair, extra sharp and clean. I like this. I like putting it in a ponytail. I like when it's cute. I can twist it up real quick. I don't like it tight because I know that junk can be really tight. I don't want too much strain on my hair. I'll tell anybody your best thing is to do it and just let your hair do what it do. I like it. I like it. I need to wash it. I don't have to wash it as much. Well, it smells like grease right now, but since I've been swimming for the last mm, almost a month now, I don't wash it as much. I just rinse it, and I can say truthfully, the chlorine made my hair soft. It didn't even make my hair harsh and dry. I just rinse it out good and I put some grease in it and I keep it moving. I have not shampooed my hair in a while. And I think I probably won't shampoo. I'll probably shampoo it like once a month and then condition it. Because my hair just, it do what it do. And it don't stink. So hallelujah. I came across your video on how do herpes turn into HIV. Oh, yay! Well, welcome, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Okay, you're a woman. Okay. I didn't want to say girly, you was a boy, you know. Oh, you was a man. I'm sorry. I didn't want to say that. Yes. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, anybody have anything else they want to share or ask? We have hit the 30-minute mark. As y'all put the okay, so how does that happen? Okay, HIV. Okay, the thing about I put that title because many people believe that herpes can turn into HIV. I'm not sure if you watched the video. I will tell you. I would suggest you go back and watch that video in full. But I'll give you a little like quick synopsis. Is that no virus turned into another virus? Like no, a virus is its own. It functioned on its own, and a lot of people believe that herpes turned to HIV because it says that having herpes increases your risk to have HIV, which is not have contract HIV. So please consider when you're reading medical information that it's not always a medical person writing it. And also you got to remember the way that they use wording. It's through their own understanding and it's not for a patient understanding. It's for somebody. It's more for them to understand. I wish they start writing in our terminology so we can get it, because all they should have really said is that you having herpes can increase your risk of contracting HIV. That's what they should have said. But they say you increase you of having HIV. I can't have something that I don't come in contract with. There's no way. I can't get it just because I have herpes, like period. But it's confusing and it's causing so much fear within the herpes community that I completely hate. I completely hate that. I hate the terminology. Um, I hate it. They really need to get better. They're better than they used to be, but they really got to be careful on how they say things because people really believe that herpes turn into HIV, and that's not true. That's not true. Nothing. Herpes is because y'all gotta think if herpes turns to HIV, then how y'all don't know nothing about herpes? Sometimes we gotta think outside that box, and understand that anything that's really serious, you're gonna know something about. To them, herpes is not serious because at the end of the day, herpes is more mental, which, as we know in the United States, we care less about mental health. Um, that's not important because if that's the case, then we wouldn't have no slaves. We wouldn't be killing people, slaughtering people, and torturing people on the regular, and keeping people under a lot of control if we cared about mental health. So, no way that if it's attached that way that we wouldn't know anything about it. Oh, nothing happens. Nothing happens. You can have herpes and don't ever treat it. It's just gonna go away. You don't have to put anything on it. You don't have to take no medications. That's a good question. You don't have to do anything. It's not gonna cause you any. It's not gonna cause you to be infertile. It's not going to cause any damage to any organs or anything. It's not gonna do anything. It just go away. He said it was a blessing to be led to you. I need all your information. I got you. I'm so excited. Like I really came up with a pretty good plan for you. I can't wait to see your results. You're gonna be amazing. You're gonna be healed, brother, and freed. You have any other questions there? The sweetie who was asking questions. I love when you have a new video up. Listen, I'm enjoying putting up new videos every day. Like it's really a habit now to put up new videos. As y'all can see, I was out with my baby today because Hayden started soccer today. Um, So it's good to just do a live with y'all. The video is gonna get a little bit more clearer soon because I got an iPhone. But I still, y'all know the life of an iPhone. They want you to put a password in for every goddamn thing. It's worse than a goddamn computer. How do you get cold sores? You get cold sores from having herpes simplex virus. Good question. That's the only way you have cold sores. You have herpes. You had to contract it from someone. So somebody was having an outbreak at the time, and they kissed you because it's most contagious skin to skin contact. Good question. Good question. Mm, 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 mm. Canker sores are not cold sores. Canker sores is bacteria. You get canker sores from bacteria. You get cold sores from the herpes simplex virus. Good question. Now you asking good questions, baby. Yeah, canker sores are two different things, and canker sores are typically inside of your mouth. Herpes can be inside of your mouth. Um, Canker sores are typically white, and they're like a right around the rim, and they're really really sensitive, and they typically like here. Sometimes they're on your gum, and sometimes they're on your cheek. Herpes can be the same way. It's just it's not the same completely. And sometimes you can get them confused. But canker sores is from bacteria, putting stuff in your mouth or trauma to the mouth. So you can get it from bacteria putting things in your mouth, or it could be from biting the side of your mouth or hitting your mouth or something like that. That's herpes on the hands. So basically, if somebody come in contact with somebody who has herpes, you can get on their hand if they have an open cut of some sort. Because you know the skin on your hands is fairly thick. So for you to get it on your hands, if possible, it was a cut on your hands, um, or you breaking up the skin. You know, we washing our hands and putting hand sanitizer so they can break down our barrier on our hands because we got so many layers and make it a little bit more prone for us to catch um, any bacteria or any type of things on our hands. You asking good questions now. Come on. Come on with the questions. I got your answers. Good questions. Good questions. Herpes is herpes, so everything lasts different for every person. You can't get rid of it at this given moment. Herpes is no given cure for it at this moment. Now, if you're talking about how long, you can speak from a outbreak standpoint. It can last. Some people, if they catch it quick enough, it can go away in a day or two. But it can last up to 14 days or longer. It just depends on treatment plan. So if that person's treating it, how they're treating it, which is an antiviral, or if they're doing any type of topical. I always suggest anybody, if you're doing antivirals, also do um, topical creams, anything like that, because the antiviral will not, you hear me, will not reduce that itching, that burning, any of that, that pain. It will not do that. You need to use other things, which y'all know I have my products that can help you with that. The speed up cream, the soap, itch be gone, and the tea to relax you. I had a cold sore before I had sex as a child, so that didn't mean I had it before sex. Yes, yep, that's what that means. You already had it. Which most children get cold sores and fever blisters because they parents kissed them, or a family member, somebody who didn't know it was contagious. Most people don't know cold sores and fever blisters is herpes. We've been taught that cold sores and fever blisters is the good herpes. It doesn't hurt people. Okay, that sounds great. That's a lie. And I don't look from a hurt place, but how do you perform oral sex? Through with your mouth, right? Okay, and then that's how people get gentle, right? Misconceptions, y'all. We gotta kill it. We gotta kill it. Is herpes on the mouth as painful as canker sores? Or no? It can be as painful, but you remember everybody's different. So it can be as painful as well. Canker sores suck, y'all. Oh my god, them suckers hurt. Herpes can be painful too. Just depends. Everybody's different. Canker sores hurt though. Ooh wee. I'd be like, I cannot wait for this to go away. What are all the different types of herpes? All right, so it's about 9 types of herpes. Um, I'm gonna tell you about the ones that you're gonna really know anything about. I ain't gonna go too deep. You can do your research, but the ones that we know about is herpes simplex 1 and 2, which that's where I support people the most. Then it's also not sickle cell. Jesus Christ. Um, um, Shingles. That's another form. Chicken pox is another form. Mona, which is like, old school people say kissing disease. That's another form of herpes. And then herpes on your hands, um, things of that nature. Also, neonatal herpes, where a baby come in contact with it as well, is another one. But you can do your research; those are easy to find. Good question. I'm loving you. So, if you have cold sores, does that mean you have other herpes? No, they're all different viruses. They're all under one umbrella, but they're all different viruses. Good question. You only have that virus, that one virus strain. You don't have all of them. So if you have type 1, it doesn't mean you have type 2. You just have type 1. And type 1 could be oral genital, or type 2 can be oral genital. All of us had chickenpox because at the end of the day, we all been vaccinated. So we automatically all got chickenpox. And then at the end of the day, chickenpox, shingles is not just the chickenpox that advanced in an older standpoint, which shingles is very, very painful. How come they say herpes kills babies but don't kill adults? It kills babies because babies don't have the immune system to fight it. The baby is an infant. It doesn't have any. Uh, it doesn't have the ability to fight the virus the way we do. We've been here longer. We have the ability. We have antibodies. Our body is able to fight compared to a baby. Baby can't fight that. That's the reason why I can kill a baby. Good question. Um, does a pinched nerve affect herpes since it's on the nerves? That's a good question. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure it possibly could trigger an outbreak, but that doesn't mean it would. There's no way to guarantee that. That's not something I know. That's not something I looked into. Um, but it's possible. It's possible. It's on the nerve endings. I'm not saying it's on every nerve ending. It's typically in the nerve endings where you have outbreak set. So that's if that's genital or oral. They're talking from that standpoint of nerve endings. They're not talking about your arms and your legs and your hips and your things of that nature. Now you can have pain in your legs, like if you have genital, you can have pains in your legs and your feet. You can have pricklies. My phone just told me it's 15 minutes before 11 o'clock because it's telling me I need to get ready to go to bed. Um, so you can feel the pricklies in your leg, you can feel tingling in your legs and things like that if you have genital herpes. And then facial, any here people can have headaches. Some people have swollen lymph nodes. Some people have swollenness of the genitals as well. Some people just feel tight, lymph nodes hurt, they feel stiff and things like that. So I won't say no and I won't say yes, but hey, you just never freaking know. And I could say, that possibly could trigger an outbreak though. I love you, Queen. Keep helping people. I will. But what if the mother is breastfeeding? Doesn't does that gives the baby antibodies? No, not really. They say it does, but truthfully, no, I don't. I wouldn't say that's enough to keep the baby fight. The baby body is just not in position to fight the virus that attacks the nerve endings. Like this virus for us is even harsh. Think about how harsh it is for us. And just imagine a little fragile child that just came out the womb and barely can lift his head. You know what I mean? Um, but it's not going to be enough because even in the baby being in the womb, they get antibodies. But at the end of the day, this virus is just harsh. Yes, baby, for a child. Yes. No. I am doing so. What you need? Okay, I'm fine, baby. What caused herpes on the feet? Um, we don't have like. I mean, it's. I'm gonna say something to you. People do interesting things with feet. Some people like putting their feet on penises. Some people like to put their feet on vaginas. Okay, like some people like people sucking their toes. Okay, if you got it on your hands and you're touching your massage. I mean, so many different ways that you can get it on the feet. Don't act like folks don't do stuff with feet. I'm just gonna say, don't act like people don't do stuff with feet. I am loving you right now. Good questions. Anybody else have questions? Y'all keep me on my toes. Y'all know I'm gonna say if I'm not quite sure, but I am gonna give you the information I do know. And always, y'all, make sure y'all go do your own research. It's enough information out here to get clarity, and get some, and also tell me stuff like, oh, at least I learned this, and hey, I'm like, oh, I ain't know nothing about that. Folks tell me stuff all the time. I'm like, I did not know that, because it's constantly new information coming about herpes. Herpes is not fully like researched like it should be. Um, Yes, I stated that earlier. Yes, herpes can cause headaches. Yeah. Good night, sweetie. You say I'm looking sexy like always. Well, thank you. Any other questions, y'all? Come on, y'all. While y'all do this, I do want you to guys to know if you want to overcome a hoodie, shirt, a mask, go to movingexpressions.net for that. I want all of y'all, because y'all all watching me, all 10 of y'all should be a part of the virtual meet and greet. You know, let me tell you why. Number one is because you're going to meet other people. All these people you're talking to, you'll finally get an opportunity to meet them. I'm going to do a networking time where you all go into a room and get to meet each other and connect with each other. You never know who you may meet. You may meet somebody who in your city. You may meet your new boo. You may meet your new bestie. You don't know. So get y'all a ticket for that. That information below as well. If you need any sessions, you know where to go. www.std Life Coach. If you need products, you know where to go. And tomorrow, I got something for y'all because it's already 40% off. I'm giving y'all free shipping tomorrow. So y'all, listen, you got to watch the educational video tomorrow to get the discount code for that. I'm waiting for my test results. Got tested yesterday. When you get your results, you need to hit me up. Book a session. I got you. I'm going to support you through it. I wonder what people do when they get headaches. Take meds, regular medication, whatever you take from migraines or whatever, you just take that. For me, that's why I created the tea. They help you relax in a natural state other than taking medication. I'm not against medication, but as we know, any drug is not good for the kidneys or liver long term. So I created my tea to kind of help you relax and things of that nature. Come on, buy more tea. I know you got three of them things too. I had to make more tea for you. I had literally ran out all the tea. I had to make new tea for you. So hey, get all you want. Tomorrow you'll get free shipping. So hey, you can wait till tomorrow, and everybody, like, I'm putting that video at 8 o'clock, so y'all won't miss it. It'll be free shipping tomorrow. For the weekend, it's gonna be free shipping, y'all. 40% off and free shipping. That's love. Don't say I don't love y'all. Don't say I don't love y'all. Don't ever say I don't love y'all. Is herpes worse during the winter or summertime? Um, It depends on the person. Now, one thing about a lot of people should understand is that cold sores tend to can flare when it's really really cold, and it can also flare when it has too much exposure to the sun. Oh, you still waiting on them? Listen, mess around with the post office, okay? Listen, y'all, bear with the post office, okay? Bear with the post office. It's not because the stuff is not being shipped. Oh, did you see your tracking? It came from pirate ship. Make sure you look that up and you can see where your thing is. And if you don't see it, message me on Instagram at ST Life Coach and I will give you your tracking number. Some people say they can find it, some people say they can't. Just let me know because I can keep track of where it's at for you. It's not an issue. But no, herpes can flare. It can be worse for some people in just harsh cold. So I tell anybody, if you have a lot of cold sores in the winter, make sure you put on lip balm, Carmex, Blistex, things of that nature. Cover up your mouth and things of that nature. You can also have herpes on your face, on your nose, on your cheeks, on your chin. So make sure you keep your face covered. And things like that, especially if you're up north or Alaska or Canada or places that's fairly cold. Keep your face covered up and things like that and stay moisturized. Summertime, sunblock. You need to get a lip gloss, a lip balm, or anything of that nature that has some SPF in it to protect it. Also, putting on hats and things like that to cover up your face. And some people they get it on other parts of their body. Like I know this girl, she get it on her butt, like outside of her butt. So when you wear your swimsuit, make sure you're putting on enough sunblock, reapplying your sunblock every 2 hours, things of that nature to keep yourself covered. So every person is different. Herpes is not the same for nobody. Everybody is different. And I know that kind of that's a learning curve, but everybody's different. You have to learn herpes for yourself. No, never heard of that. Nope. No. That's not something I ever heard before. And I've been living this for 10 years. No. Herpes on the butt, that's type 1 and type. It could be either. Remember, type 1 and type 2 doesn't really, it's nothing, truthfully. I'm ready for them to get away from the types because they don't make a difference. Herpes is herpes. Herpes simplex virus, herpes simplex virus, because you can have it oral or genital. Before, type 1 meant oral and type 2 meant genital, but that doesn't matter because we perform oral sex, anal sex, feet sex, everything sex at this point. So no, it doesn't matter. But good question. Good question. You asking some freaking good questions, okay? You've been doing your research and you couldn't find no answers. That's what I want to know. Or any clear answers, because it's not that sometimes you can't find answers, just not clear. Yes, you can get herpes with a condom. Herpes is passed through skin to skin contact. Using a condom reduces the chance, but it doesn't prevent it because most women's outbreaks is on their labias or their clitoris or in their pubic area. For guys, it's in their pubic area. It could be on their testicles. Yes, it's on their base or their shaft of their penis as well. It could be there. It could be on your anus. It can be on your butt. It could be on your lip. So a condom's not going to prevent a mouth performing oral on you. It's not going to do you nothing. Only if you want to use dental dams, which I do suggest. You can still feel it. You can still feel. It's not completely the same, but you can still feel something. Dental dams are not easy to find. You have to go to your local clinic, or you can go to the link below. I posted. Hopefully, it's still available, but it's not easy to find. You can find it on Amazon. And I have an Amazon store with things in it too. They don't even sell dental dams in the store, which I think is stupid. I believe it. Garlic is it. Listen, it keeps things at bay. Okay. Garlic and viruses don't work. Sorry. Garlic and viruses don't work They ain't working hand in hand. Garlic is not bad. Now I'm not gonna eat no raw garlic. I'll put garlic in my food, but go for it if you want. Stick it in your mouth. I ain't doing it. Well, stay celibate. My whole thing is, it's nothing wrong. You know, staying celibate is being wait into marriage. So, I mean, you're saving yourself. Celibacy doesn't mean you're never having sex again. It just means you're waiting into marriage. That's it. You're gonna have sex one day if you're gonna get married. What food should you eat if you have herpes? Eat whatever you want to eat and find out what happens. Truthfully, um, they say nuts and peanut butter and chocolate and alcohol um, triggers outbreaks, but that's not true for everybody. So I tell you, live your life and find out. Please don't live in fear with eating stuff because you're giving up stuff and you don't even realize it affects you. I eat a lot of peanut butter. I eat a lot of nuts of different sorts. I love chocolate. I am a chocolate fanatic. I'm better now because I'm trying to get this weight off. But love chocolate. I'm not a big drinker, but when I did, it didn't trigger nothing. You got to figure out what works for you. I'm gonna tell you, herpes is different for everybody. You got to learn yourself. You're asking a lot of questions and great questions, but a lot of this stuff, like some of that stuff pertaining to food and certain things, you're gonna have to learn on your own. Should you tell someone you have herpes before sex if you have no outbreaks in years? Yes, you do. Because you haven't had any quote unquote physical outbreaks that you're aware of, it doesn't mean the virus is not shedding. It's like somebody telling you, um, I have HIV, but I'm undetectable. Just because you undetectable me, I can't pass to you, but that doesn't mean I don't inform a person what they are accepting, who they're being with. You're just leaving stuff out. You don't leave stuff out. People still have the right to choose to who they want to be with. Tell the person everything, and if you can't tell a person everything, you don't need to be with nobody, because nobody want no surprises. And you surely don't want them to run up on your medicine, or you don't want to have to a year later and you finally do have an outbreak and say, "Oh yeah, babe, we've been together for 2 years. I had herpes." They gonna look at you like you beyond crazy and probably want to bop you because they feel like you're being deceitful. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Trying to tell you, I was dealing with a dude and I was scared to tell him. I did not tell him I wasn't having outbreaks like that, and I finally told him. He was so mad at me. It was so bad. We had been messing around for a couple of months. It was so bad. He had a right to be upset because I didn't say anything, but I wasn't having outbreaks. That's not a good reason not to do something. How do you bring it up to your lover? And what you mean by lover? Lover is somebody that you're currently in a relationship with, or is lover somebody that you're sexually active with, or both? Everybody look at lover differently. Some people look at lover that's my partner. Some people look at lover of someone they having sex with. So kind of tell me what you mean by lover, so I can give you more clear. Okay. Another question. Did have y'all already been active by the time you found out your status, or did you know your status prior when you was with this lover and never told them, or did you find out your status while you with this person? Good questions. I have to know that. I can't give you a clear answer. What color are cold sores? What's the difference colors between canker sores? Everybody's different, sweetie. Everybody different. What it looks like on black people is different from what it look like on white people, or Hispanics, or Latinos, or it looks different on everybody. Nobody's looks the same. And it's not really a color, it's just how it quote unquote manifests on the person's skin. It looks totally different. Some people is very puffy, blistery, some people is bumpy, some people is puff it's mucus or pus coming out of it. Everybody's different. Some people is really red, some people ain't nothing but a pimple, some people ain't nothing but a cut. So good question. Yeah, question, y'all. Y'all don't have me on here for an hour. Come love. I'm loving it. I do want to say this as this individual asked me answer. Well, good night. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you as well. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy you asked all your questions. I got all your answers. For the individual who was talking about, disclose to your partner, I have a course that teach you how to disclose to your partner. That course is only $15. You can find it on my website, and you go to the herpes courses. And I tell you, it's a great course. It explains to how to disclose, why it's important to disclose, different levels of disclose, and different ways to disclose, and things of that nature. So that is really good for anybody who want to know how to disclose to their partner, and why it's very important to do. But also get examples on how. And I also have one is sex after. So I explain that how do you have sex after herpes, how to deal with it, how to go about it, how to communicate it, how sex is different after that, and how to, still enjoy sex after. And that course is $15 as well. And then I have a free course on there. It's like 72 hours after to kind of see, to kind of guide you through your herpes diagnosis in the first 72 hours, because those are 72 hours are vital on how you're going to accept your herpes diagnosis after those 72 hours. So that's all on my website, and go to the herpes course. Fast food is not good for me. It causes outbreaks. I learned that if I eat too much of it. Listen, you don't need that much fast food anyway, because it's not good for you, and it can kill you quicker. It ain't no nutrients. I'll check that out, but I'm sure I'll tell them before or after my test results. Um, my whole thing, I'll tell you this. But should I tell before or after my test? If you saying both, that means you're in a relationship with them and you're currently having sex with them. You do not wait until your test results come. You talk to your partner at this given time. You should have been telling your partner that you was going to get tested because you were having something going on. Telling your partner after makes it seems like you're hiding something and you cheated. Which I'm saying that's not your story, but that's what they're going to believe, because you waited to the last minute to bring it up after test results, after you dealt with it, or after you figured out for sure. Now you want to bring it up. Don't do that to nobody. When you're in a relationship with somebody and you're being active with somebody, you tell them everything that's going on with you at the time that it's happening. At the time that it's happening, so they can support you through what you're going through, and they can feel like you're being honest and you're not hiding anything. One thing I'm learning is that we lack healthy communication in our relationships. We like to hide stuff, and we like to figure stuff out on our own, us by ourselves. But you're in a whole relationship, and most of what's going on in your life affects your partner. And we fail to tell them stuff, and then when they get mad at us and like, why you didn't tell me that in the beginning, and why did you go through that by yourself, and I've been here for you, you're looking kind of asking yourself, then why did I do? You did it because at the end of the day you thought they was going to judge you. But why would they judge you when they're with you and they care about you, and y'all been together for some time, and y'all say y'all love each other? Something to think about, right? Watch what you do. Don't do that to your partner. It's not right. You need to tell your partner now. Don't wait after. I'm telling you, you're going to have some issues. I will check that out, but sure. Okay. I wonder if he don't have it, will he still... Okay, I wonder if he don't have it, will he still tell? Just asking. I'm not I don't know. See, that's another thing. I'm learning that people, you don't want to tell something and then don't have nothing. But my whole thing is, to me, I feel like if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I don't see the need to hide anything from my partner. For what? If I'm hiding something from you, I got personal issues. And why am I putting you through my personal issues? I don't see the need for that. And I'm seeing that so much in relationships, that people are so scared to tell their partner stuff. It's no reason you should be in a relationship and scared to tell your partner stuff. That is a personal issue. And to me, you're not ready for a relationship. It's nothing wrong with being nervous, but my whole thing is you shouldn't be terrified and then choose not to say something to your partner. That's not right. You're causing more issues in your relationship. I've been in a relationship that I was nervous to tell my partner, but I knew why I was nervous. I was nervous because he really was a judgmental person. He really didn't have my best interest at heart, and he used things against me. That's why I felt funky about telling my partner stuff, and I chose to leave that relationship, and I did just that. You don't need to be with somebody that you're terrified to tell them stuff. If that's the case, you got a problem. There's a problem. It's a problem in that relationship. And somebody need to make a decision to communicate it out what the problem is and say, I don't like how this make me feel and I don't feel comfortable talking to you about something and we need to work on that. Or you simply need to let the relationship go. Because there's no reason you should be in a relationship where you don't feel supported, you don't feel loved, you don't feel you're being judged and scrutinized for life happening to you. Or even the decisions you make with the information you have or the lack thereof. They should be supportive and trying to help you and want the best for you, even with tough love and simply honesty. That's it. That's it. That's it. We gotta stop hiding stuff, y'all. Oh my God, it bite you in the butt because you got to live with that. I don't care when nobody sleep. You don't sleep good. You do not sleep good. Welcome to everybody who came in. Hey, hey. I appreciate for every single one of you guys who have been on with me since the beginning, checking in or checking out. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Everybody who communicated it, asked questions, and even the ones who just watched. I appreciate you. Mwah. Any other thing? Anybody want to say anything else before I jump off of here? Because I'm supposed to be in the bed. I gotta get up early. Anything else? Anything else? Else? Well, all right, guys. Let me get up out of here. I have to upload this video for tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's an educational day. And also remember that you guys are going to get free shipping on products tomorrow. So make sure you watch the video so you can get the discount code for that tomorrow. You know where I'm at. You know where everything's below so you can get the support that you need. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Deuces. Happy Friday. Early happy Friday.